You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Monday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby. How was your weekend, brother?
It was good, man. Watched so much football this weekend.
There was a lot of good football this weekend.
A lot of good games, although I do have a new least favorite song after watching football.
What's that?
Lean on me when you're not strong. Dude, every commercial break on TSN, oh my God, kill me.
I think, too, like, it might have been better if it was, like, the Bill Withers version, like the original Lean On Me. It still would have got old, but at least there could have been that nostalgia.
Like clockwork. Yeah. Every single commercial break, it would either be the first commercial or it would come on at some point, and I was singing it all weekend in my head. Even me and Courtney were painting like her new salon, and I heard Courtney going, and I was like, oh my God, it got to you too. You haven't even been watching the games.
Do not bring this evil home with us.
It had Lay It On the Line vibes is what it's got.
See, and that's the problem, right? Is like Bell owns TSN the same way that Rogers owns Sportsnet. We're not innocent in this whole thing.
Just pumping it.
They feel like they've got your audience locked in for playoff sports, so they're just gonna hammer you with commercials for their products. And yeah, like watching that guy go up on stage and everybody at the bar hates him, and then he starts singing and everybody's all of a sudden on board with it.
You know what's the worst is there's two commercials. There's that one, and then there's the old lady who drops her groceries on the bus.
Yeah.
Do you realize they connect?
How do they connect?
So when the kid FaceTimes his grandma is the one that spills her groceries on the bus, and the lady helps her figure out her phone.
And yeah. Then once the lady helps her figure out her phone, she FaceTimes her grandson. I didn't even put it together.
Yeah.
It's cinema.
It makes me more mad, even because they can play it two different times.
And it's the same thing over and over again.
They say not much in life is guaranteed. You can guarantee you're going to see that commercial every break on TSN.
And the bummer is what do we have tonight? More football, which means more Lean On Me.
You could do a drinking game for it, actually.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you want to end up in the ER instead of seeing the finish of the game.
You take a shot every time he's playing at the bar. You chug a beer every time she drops her groceries, all right? That's what you do tonight.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
To win the game.
Panthers were winning 31-27 with 2 minutes left. Packers were winning 27-24, and Jacksonville was winning 24-20 with 2 minutes left.
I think the Packers one is my favorite one. One, because I picked the Bears to win, and two, because I saw the NFL posted a video talking about how sad Bears fans were. People were uploading videos like mocking their Bear fan relatives from Packer fans and all that. And then it swapped so late in the game that all of that lives as evidence of you can't brag till the last whistle.
And then all the Chicago fans with their cheese graters, I was loving that.
That was amazing.
I was happy to see the Bills pull through, but was sad for the Jaguars fans because they haven't had anything to cheer for in a long time. But I don't know if you saw the post-game press conference.
No, I mean, I went right into the next game.
This lady probably gave such a heartfelt statement to the Jaguars head coach. Listen to this.
Lynn Jones, Jacksonville Free Press News. I just want to tell you congratulations on your success, young man.
Thank
you. Hold your head up, all right? You guys have had a most magnificent season.
Thank
you. And you did a great job out there today.
Appreciate
so you
it.
just hold your head up, okay?
Thank
and
you,
ladies
ma'am.
and gentlemen, Duval, you the one, all
Thank
right?
you, ma'am.
keep it going. We got another season, okay?
I appreciate
Take
it.
care and much continued success to you and the entire team.
The
Thank you,
Toronto media would never.
That would absolutely. Toronto media would sit there and go, so exactly how embarrassed are you at another failed season?
We need to hire this lady to like make Austin Matthews and William Nylander feel good after a bad game, you know?
Brother, never mind hiring her to pamper millionaire athletes. We need to have her in the other room for when we have a show we're not super pumped about.
Yeah, imagine having her at the workplace every single day.
Dude, we walk out of the studio and she's sitting in the other room just waiting. Gentlemen, I just want you young men to know you had a great job today.
Oh, absolute sweetheart, but also the kind of person that you wouldn't want to cross, you know what I mean?
No, I imagine she does get cross easily.
If she that sweet, you know she nasty.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
If you didn't know, I didn't know, the Golden Globes was last night.
Wow, good for them.
Another award show that nobody cares about.
Nope.
But Nikki Glaser was hosting it, which if you don't know, she was on like the roast of Tom Brady, and she's been on a few of these roasts. She's pretty good.
It was the Tom Brady one that like really kickstarted her. She's been doing, I think she even did the Golden Globes last year.
She didn't hold back. She attacked Leonardo DiCaprio a little bit here.
What a career you've had. I mean, countless iconic performances. You've worked with every great director. You've won 3 Golden Globes, an Oscar. And the most impressive thing is that you were able to accomplish all of that before your girlfriend turned 30. I mean, it's just insane.
Pretty good stuff. The best is, of course, she did have an Epstein list joke for all the famous people there.
I cannot believe the amount of star power we have in this room tonight. It's insane. There's so many A-listers. And by A-listers, I do mean people who are on A-lists that has been heavily redacted. But yes. And the Golden Globe for Best Editing goes to the Justice Department.
Damn.
It's funny because you hear all the laughter in the background, but you know there's a few people sitting there that are like...
I was going to say, if we had, or I guess if America had, a Justice Department that really cared about getting to the bottom of this, crowd footage of that whole building would have just been subpoenaed to see who's pulling on their collar, being like, all right, enough, move on, next joke.
Who took a sip of their drink during that joke is the real thing, you know?
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Apparently, Olympic skiers are being forced to have their penises measured ahead of the Olympics.
For what?
All to make sure that nobody's getting an unfair advantage.
What? How on earth does that give an unfair advantage?
You know those ski jumper guys?
Sure, yeah.
So apparently some of them have been injecting this type of acid into their junk to basically make their junk bigger.
To swell the bits.
So that they can get a bigger suit because they wear those like skin tight.
Right.
Whatever.
Oh, you see I don't know why they're measuring. Just have them put on their gear. You'll see what they're working with.
But it's actually genius because the bigger that your bits are, the bigger of a suit that you get, which will give you an advantage in ski jumping. They say that the bigger suits essentially make a bigger wing, almost like one of those like squirrel suit kind of things.
Oh, okay. So wait, they get the injection. It pumps them up. They get measured. They get their suit. Then they go back down to their regular size. And now they've got like a bit of a parachute thing going on.
Exactly.
It's the most absurd thing I've ever heard, but it's also brilliant.
It makes sense.
If in a sport where the winners and losers are separated by very small amounts of distance, as it turns out, an inch or two really can make the difference.
So apparently, size does matter in ski jumping, at least.
Temporarily it matters, and then you want it to be smaller, which is not the usual.
It is funny though, because you think that there would be certain countries that might be better at ski jumping than you would think. Based off of, you know, if we're going off of metrics like that
would have certain advantages over others. Sure. Yeah. I can't believe that this is like all of the different doping scandals we get in track and field and in swimming. Oh my God, in cycling.
The Russians are still technically banned.
Who knew that ski jumping would be the biggest catastrophe for cheating?
You know, they always say that size doesn't matter, but I mean, in sports it does, and ski jumping right there. I mean, hell, in football, if you're a small lineman, like, it's not going to work. I mean, there's
Absolutely.
a reason why Rudy only played one snap, you know?
That's right. Yeah, it's a heartwarming story, but if he'd have been playing full time, the man would have got killed.
Oh, yeah. I mean, imagine if he had been injecting his junk with this stuff, he would have scared the hell out of people in a dog pile.
I mean, to be fair, most people thought Rudy really did have balls.
Yeah, that is true.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Is there a moment where size actually does matter?
So I was thinking car accidents because you rarely see like a transport driver not walking away, but whatever they hit's probably smaller and doesn't go so well for them usually.
That's true.
Yep.
I mean, living in Canada with moose and deer, that's very relatable.
Absolutely.
That too, small car and a big animal could be bad.
Yeah, that's why you see like people driving in like the big lifted trucks and stuff like that. They drive with a confidence that a man in a smart car could never.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although something to be said about some of the sizes of those trucks.
Yeah, there's going big for like for purpose, And then there's going big for show, and there's definitely a lot of guys doing the second one there.
There are people who are going big for the size and the security, and there are people who are going big because up until now they've been small.
Yeah, yeah.
Not good ski jumpers, you could say.
Yeah, exactly. Very similar.
I do like the answer we got from Jason. He said chocolate bars at Halloween.
Chocolate bars at Halloween, if you're a kid, size matters because obviously you want more chocolate, but also it makes you think the person who lives here must be doing pretty well for themselves.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
so also, I guess that also size matters when you're talking about your bank account.
A lot of people just saying stuff like when there's a fridge to be moved. Someone else said when I need a light bulb changed.
It's such a bummer to be a bigger person when someone needs things moved, especially a bigger person who is as weak as I am, because people have certain expectations out of you. And it's like, hey, listen, sometimes size doesn't matter, all right?
Someone said with burgers, it said, I don't care about all those sliders and smash burgers. You give me a nice big fat cheeseburger with some thick cut tomatoes, lettuce and pickles, yes.
No, you're making burgers big, make them wide. That's when size matters.
Bun size matters too. You can't have too big of a bun.
That's true. Yeah.
You get the meat lost in the bun, it's a problem.
The ratio has to be right. You also can't have a small bun on a big patty. Like, you don't want it to look like you're wearing a little top hat on top of your burger. It's
kind of like in the bedroom. It gets all lost, you know?
Everything's got to mesh properly.
We had someone call in where apparently size does matter to the fishies.
And yes, in the fall time when the fish are getting ready for winter time, the big minnows are key. They won't hit small minnows. Trust me, trial and error. I've tried it. The guy at the bait shop, when he doesn't have any big minnows left, will tell you that the small minnows still work, but in the fall time, you need big minnows. Early season, small minnows.
So apparently fish are size queens.
Who knew?
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Olympics are less than a month away, and a lot of people have been worried about the hockey arena they've been building in Italy there because, well, it was pretty much still in construction up until last week.
Let's just say that the arena in Italy is going so poorly that it would have a chance of winning Kraft Hockeyville.
They did test it out over the weekend. They had like some local league or whatever playing there, although one of the games had to be delayed because there was a giant hole in the ice. For like 20 minutes, they had guys trying to fill it out with water bottles.
This is exactly what we want, right? We want the greatest hockey players on earth to go to one of the biggest tournaments possible, and then we want to have them all sit for a while because the ice is melting.
If we have a true Canadian team, they shouldn't have a problem. We all grew up playing pond hockey, all right?
That's right. It's going to come down to not who's got the best skill players, but who's got the most ODR experience.
Put as much divots as you can in the ice. The Canadian boys will fare out, trust me.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
You know those BuzzFeed quizzes that are so much fun? Yeah, that's not what this is. It's the quiz with Brock and Dalby.
All right, second edition of the quiz for 2026. And I was thinking, there's a lot of songs with a fictional character in the title.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a band, and you got to give me, well, the fictional character that's in the title of the song.
I've come up with a few. The question just becomes, are they the ones that you're thinking of? Because sometimes you avoid the obvious ones. And you hit me with some questions out of left field.
So some are inspired from books, some from movies,
Right.
stuff like that. We'll start with a very easy one here. When I say Rush, you would say?
I would say Tom Sawyer.
Absolutely.
Monday warrior, mean strike. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean.
1 for 1 on the board already there. Next one here. When I say Alice Cooper, you would say?
Feed My Frankenstein.
There you go.
Yeah.
Correct.
Hell yeah.
2 for 2 already here. This one should be an easy one. When I say Black Sabbath, you would say?
Is it Iron Man? Okay.
Yes.
I wasn't 100% if you were going for Iron Man or not. I'm happy we got there.
Now, that's Sabbath. What about Ozzy Osbourne?
Okay, so then is it Mr. Crowley?
Perry Mason.
Oh.
Perry Mason was what I was going with. It's an actual fictional character from a TV show.
Is Crowley not a fictional character as well?
I have no idea. Is
Well,
it?
I feel like Aleister Crowley was a fictional character of some sort.
Is he? Well, then I'll give you the ding. Damn it. Screw me.
Well, I'm not 100% sure.
All right. You get a point, whatever.
I always forget about Perry Mason, and then when it comes on, it's such a good song.
All right, there you go. You're still perfect here. Coming up next, we've got the Guess Who.
The Guess Who? Oh, I thought of one for The Who. I didn't think about it for the Guess Who. I'll just say American Woman. I don't know.
We've got the Wolfman with Clap for the Wolfman.
That's right. Damn. I was so ready for the Who, and then I didn't even think about it. Damn. That's my first mistake of the year.
All right, next one here. When I say Queen.
Oh.
You'll get a shame bell if you get this wrong.
Fictional character from Queen.
Nothing?
Not off the top of my head.
You're going to be disappointed in yourself. Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh, Flash Gordon!
Flash Gordon. Not only a superhero, but quarterback for the New York Jets.
I can't believe I got that one wrong.
4 out of 6 ain't bad, but I was surprised. I thought that was the one you were going to get.
So, and actually, it is 3 out of 6. Aleister Crowley was a real person.
Okay, not a
He's
fictional
not
character.
a fictional character.
Batting 500 here today.
Oh, I mean, listen, it's not a fail, and I'll hold on to that. But what a tough follow-up to a perfect start in week 1.
You call yourself a nerd.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
We can all agree that fighting in hockey is just part of the game.
It's one of the more exciting things that can happen during a 3-period tilt.
There's a video that's gone viral over the weekend of a bunch of kids. There was an AHL game, and at intermission, you know how they'll usually have like the kids play out on the ice, the Timbits, whatever in Canada.
I was just going to say, yeah, it's the Timbits showcase during the intermission.
These kids must be like 8 or 9 years old in a full Donnybrook. Just breaks out here. If you haven't seen the video for yourself, text fight to 762-555 and we'll send it your way. These kids are just going ham. Little Gerbers out there just throwing hands.
I think the craziest part about it is there's not a referee, there's not a coach, there's not an adult inside. The only adults you can see are the ones in the stands who are all racing to take their phones out because they've never seen something like this.
Dude, that white team's goalie starts taking runs at kids. He's launching all over the place.
Well, you can see as you watch it too, like it's such out of control foolishness.
It's chaos.
Even some teammates are grabbing each other and like throwing fake rabbit punches at each
kids on
other.
The blue team that get confused and start punching each other.
They're just like, we're just having fun. Like you can tell it's that typical kid mentality of like, we started doing something and a bunch of people laughed, so now we have to keep doing it.
I do love that there's 2 kids on the ice the whole time that still keep trying to play the puck while everybody else, they're almost kind of like Bart and Lisa swinging their arms around like, if you hit me, if you run into me, you're gonna get hit kind of thing.
Listen, this might be my only chance to score a goal this season, and I'm going for it.
Now, I found this video very funny, but of course a lot of people in the comments and online are wondering like exactly where are the parents, where's the coaches, they're not a ref out there. I'll say this, when I worked for the Regina Pats and I do like the intermission in-game hosting stuff, we do this all the time, and it's the promo team that's the only ones that's on the ice out there, so they're probably just like, I'm not getting involved in this.
I mean, to be fair, if you see 10 people of any size and age start to get into a brawl, probably the last thing you should do is put your face in there.
It's like being a substitute teacher. You ain't getting paid enough for that, you know?
You're going to need a team. We're going to need some people if we're going to stop this.
I think the problem is that they're teaching kids body contact too late in hockey. Like, these kids look like they're 8, 9, maybe 10 years old or something like that. So I don't think they have a grasp on what they're doing, right?
Well, I mean, that goalie comes in and throws a pretty big flying check that the other kid who took it was definitely not prepared for.
Yeah. To them, like you said, they just think this is funny.
Right.
They haven't got to that part of the game, and I think that's a huge problem in minor hockey right now. Is they keep bumping the age of body contact higher and higher, and in my opinion, I think that's going to make hockey more dangerous than it already is. You know, everybody's so worried about concussions and whatnot, but you're you're delaying the process, if that makes sense what I'm trying to say.
It does. It's one of those things where like hitting is a side effect of the game. Like you can't take it out. So you should probably teach kids how to take a hit, how to safely throw a hit, how to avoid a hit is also a good thing. But like even you watch this clip and these 8-9-year-old kids are skating. Some of them look like they're still trying to grasp the fundamentals of moving their skates in one direction. Is that too young then to tell them, and hey, once you figure out how to get a stride, throw a shoulder at someone?
I don't know. I mean, for all the parents out there that are going to spend thousands of dollars, if your kid takes a hit at a young age and gets knocked on his ass and doesn't want to get back up, it might save you in the long run.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
And apparently the age where kids do start is under 15.
Which, it's tough because it's so close to when they might be moving on to the next level where hitting is just fully open.
Well, yeah, what is it like if you're an underager, you can play in the CHL at like 15? Yeah, it's kind of mind-blowing to think that you could have a year of learning body contact and then jumping right into the swing of it.
You know, it's like being told like you're going to become a firefighter and then 6 months before we're going to teach you how to use a hose. Like,
Yeah.
It feels like something you should probably know before you get into the game.
Growing up, I think it was like minor atoms. So 5th grade, you're what, like 9 turning 10 when we started having hitting clinics, and then body contact got introduced out there. And I mean, people are always saying, "Oh, kids are getting soft, kids are getting soft," but at the same time, it's adults that are
making that
enforcing this
decision.
and making the rules.
The thing is always going to be a tough conversation because hockey is so ingrained in our culture, and all the big, well, you know, Don Cherry had a collection of videos called Rock'em Sock'em, like hockey and hitting go hand in hand. But then you put kids out there, and then we learn everything that we've learned in the last 10, 20 years about brain injuries and CTE and stuff like that. And so the natural instinct is we should protect our kids, but also if hockey is going to have hitting, they need to learn how to do it safely or they're going to get CTE.
Oh, I mean, and I'm saying hitting clinics. I mean, some of them were just like our coach being like, we're going to run the gauntlet. You have these drills where you skate along the boards and the 2 biggest guys on the teams would try and knock you out. Like,
right. And that's probably a little bit outdated mindset. But
and it's funny, there's 2 sides of the coin here. There's the people that are like, start them as young as soon as they start playing. But then there's a lot of people that are saying the idea of, you know, every kid develops a little differently during puberty. So that's why they've moved it to under 15. Whereas like when you're 12, I mean, I was like 4'6" versus there's some kids that are pushing 6 feet.
That's just it. You know, like even people talk about like 8, 9 years old. Should we be starting to learn contact there? I was 8 when I played my 1 season of hockey. I could barely skate. I don't think I should have been trying to learn how to take or throw a hit at that point because everybody learns at a different speed.
But I'll also say at the same time, you were probably playing a house league, right?
Yeah.
I think if you're playing competitive hockey,
that's obviously different.
That's where it's different, right?
Yeah.
And if you're paying to play competitive hockey, your goal at the end of the day, I mean, most of us don't end up doing squat, but the goal is to potentially go somewhere, so you need to play the proper game.
Right. If your kid has the intention to play in the CHL, to go to the show, it's probably not the worst thing in the world to teach them what is a pretty basic fundamental.
I'm just saying there has been a correlation of moving the age higher of learning body contact and us losing the World Juniors more recently.
Oh, you think that's the correlation?
Just saying.
That's the tie.
I don't know what the other countries are doing.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Buffalo Bills did win yesterday, punching their ticket to the next round of the playoffs there. And, of course, it was their final season at Highmark Stadium. I don't know if you saw, they're actually auctioning off things from the stadium, which, you know, you see a lot. You saw with Yankee Stadium and all these other ones. You can buy seats or pieces of turf. You can even buy the trough from the men's bathroom.
I saw that. And, like, listen, I was there in Regina when they tore down the old Rough Rider Stadium, Mosaic Stadium, to build the new one. And they did the same thing. They auctioned off the seats. People were buying them, putting them up in their man caves and dens and garages and stuff. It's very cool. Or like different pieces of the building or whatever. What are you going to do with an old dirty urinal, bud?
I mean, if you're a diehard Bills fan, you're pretty greasy as it is. Would make a great tub to throw some ice in, some beer in the summer.
If I come over and you're having a party in the backyard and I grab a beer out of your Buffalo Bills piss trough, We're having words.
I'd be surprised if some bar in Buffalo does not buy this thing. That would be a premium washroom.
That's as long as they put it in the washroom and don't do anything crazy, like use it as a way to pour shots.
Or the perfect coffin for a real member of Bill's Mafia.
Bury me in the trough, brother.
This is the Brock and Delby Podcast.
Grass anymore.
Oh my God.
For the pollinators, for biodiversity, and for the bees.
Yeah.
In 2022, people started complaining. His neighbors obviously had some concerns.
Oh, because it's an eyesore?
Well, among other things. 2023, more complaints. Finally, 2024, the complaints were too much. The city intervened. They stepped in and sent a crew to go mow this man's lawn.
Good.
And then they put the bill onto his property taxes. He sued, and it went to Superior Court in Ontario. As of this weekend, he won.
Really?
The Superior Court judge said that the Mississauga city bylaw didn't have enough evidence to back it up. Basically, they had just kind of set it at 20 centimeters is the max. Anything over that,
every
you got to
city
cut.
kind of has that thing, yeah.
And that was the problem. They were like, when asked to defend the bylaw, they kind of said, well, it's just what everybody's doing. They didn't show up prepared to court, so they lost the case. And now that bylaw is going to be struck down, and people in Mississauga are going to be allowed to grow their grass as high as they want.
So what was it he went to court for again? Like he tried to say...
He's claiming that it's freedom of expression, basically saying that the city doesn't have the right to tell him...
I hate that so much.
...how to style his lawn, because to you, and admittedly a lot of people, having massive walls of grass and weeds is an eyesore. But to conservationists and this guy, they'll say that it's actually better for the environment.
Here's the problem. Maybe this guy is actually an environmentalist and he's doing it for all the right reasons. 90% of the people that claim that they're doing a no mow May or I'm not cutting my grass to save the bees or whatever are absolutely full of crap.
Okay, stop staring at me. I like bees, okay?
It's just a lazy excuse not to cut your grass. And also, you're just getting weeds on my grass that I try and maintain. That's the biggest thing that bugs me about it, is if this guy wants to do something like that, why don't you go buy a set of land somewhere, a property somewhere, grow all the weeds you want out there. Why do you got to do it in suburbia?
See, but I would say the argument would be that why is he not allowed to do with his lawn what you love taking care of your lawn. You got a great lawn. Looks fantastic. Well manicured. This is his lawn. This is what he's trying to do. He's not letting it get out of control. He says like he mows pathways and stuff. He's trying to grow weeds for the pollinators.
I just hate to be this guy's neighbor so fast. I would cut that in a second, man.
You'd be going over the property line?
Yeah. I mean, it's the same guy who probably just doesn't shovel his driveway in the winter, too, you know?
You will be happy to know he did also try to sue the city for $2.5 million.
No, wait, please tell me he didn't.
The judge gave him no money. They
Absolutely.
He was told, you're allowed to grow your lawn. Other than that, you're on your own.
If he won that, he'd have to give all the money to the bees. That makes me so mad.
The man knows what he wants. He wants long grass and big stacks of cash.
The only weed I like is the kind that you can smoke.
This is the Brock and Delby Podcast.
All right, we've got $100 in Lotto Max tickets for tomorrow night's jackpot on the line here.
Somebody won the $55 million last week, so it is a $14 million jackpot up for grabs tomorrow.
Okay, the impression we are looking for is a baby zebra. That's what that sounds like.
It sounds so panicky.
If you're not one of our contestants, that does mean you are a judge, so 762-555. Judge accordingly. Let us know who has the best baby zebra. We'll start off with this one here.
Hey, this is Chris. I'm going to try a zebra.
It sounds like two clowns going back and forth, doesn't it?
Two clowns having a sword fight? No, it's two clowns playing tennis.
All right, we'll go to the next one here.
All right, fellas, this is my best impression of a baby zebra. My name's Graham.
Is every one of them just going to sound like a creepy clown?
That's the opening scene in Batman with Michael Keaton where the Joker falls into the acid.
Yeah.
Not the opening scene, but that's what it sounds like.
We got one from Ed.
Morning. It's Ed. Anyways, yeah, here we go.
Well, that sounds like a sad dog tied outside.
That was me watching the end of that Rams game on Saturday. I go, oh, he caught it. Oh.
All right, we got a few more. Here's what the baby zebra does sound like.
Yeah.
Hey, Trevor here.
Hey guys, this is Trevor. This is my baby zebra impression.
That's pretty on point.
That's really good.
That's
Trevor's
probably
my front
a contender
runner
right there. Thomas. More sad dog.
Who kicked that dog?
More
Why?
sad dog stuff. We've got Eva. More dog behavior.
That's a yappy dog.
Yeah, it's a fine line between dog and clown this morning of what we're getting at.
Words I never thought I'd hear.
And we've got Karen.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I don't like that one at all.
No, thank you.
All right, 762-555. Who had the best baby zebra here this morning?
I don't know about you or the text line. I'm feeling like Trevor was kind of the standout here.
Trevor probably did it the best, yeah.
Hey guys, this is Trevor. This is my baby zebra impression.
Text line seems to agree. I think he's the only one that didn't sound like a dog or a clown this morning.
He found the middle ground that is the baby zebra.
All right, Trevor, you get yourself the ding, the round of applause, and $100 in Lotto Max tickets for tomorrow's jackpot. Remember, if you win, you can always slide some nickels and dimes over to the fellas over here.
Feel free to share.
Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby podcast.